fear inside myself and burn it all again. It's the right time to escape these games I've been locked in for so long. It's not where I belong. Let it burn, burn, burn into the ground.
We are live in Cleveland, Ohio for WWE 2K25 Universe Mode episode number 13. We have Money in the Bank qualifiers beginning, and we have much more to come. So stick around for a great episode. He was born a king, and he is kicking off episode 13 in a Money in the Bank qualifying match.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, Jimmy Uso.
And of course, I was talking about that man, Big Jim, Jimmy Uso, in his first season as a mid-card wrestler, but this time he's all alone, so he has nobody on his side. But he is taking on Grayson Waller here in his first match ever as a solo star. Will he defeat Grayson Waller to go to Money in the Bank in a couple weeks? But let's see, the Aussie icon. And here comes the host of the Grayson Waller Effect, Grayson Waller.
And his opponent from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 206 pounds, Grayson Waller.
I'm not going to lie to you guys, Grayson Waller is one of the most talented wrestlers in this mid-card division on WCW NITRO. So we'll see if he gets the win over Jimmy Uso here, one-on-one. Who's going to go to Money in the Bank? Will it be that man, Grayson Waller? Or will it be Big Jim, Jimmy Uso? Here we go, Jimmy Uso versus Grayson Waller, starting off episode number 13 here in the WWE 2K25 Universe Mode season. So make sure you guys stick around for a great episode to come. It's going to be good. And you guys might recall that Grayson Waller last week on Nitro said he wanted anybody in the Nitro locker room and he wanted a match. So he got his wish and he is taking on Jimmy Uso in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. So asking you shall receive, I guess. But look at Waller, has his locked in. But look at this, Jimmy Uso with an incredible counter, using his legs to try to choke out the Aussie icon. And look at that, inflicting more pain. Grayson Waller trying to grab something, but he is struggling. Jimmy Uso looking great so far in his singles debut. And now look at this, some right hands to the face of the man from Australia. And now getting him up now, in a super kick right to the jaw. Flipping him around now, stepping on the foot. Ooh, so look at that. Jimmy Uso getting the crowd involved, and we are back to square one where we started earlier on in this match. Some chain wrestling between these two wrestlers, and nice. Look at that. Oh my God, Grayson Waller with a little somersault. I don't even know what that was, but that was nice. You guys might recall last season, Grayson Waller was part of A-Town Down Under. They broke up, and then Grayson Waller did get a shot at the hardcore title at Royal Rumble, I believe, last season. But now it looks like Jimmy Uso is getting the best of the Grayson Waller Effects host. And now Jimmy Uso, high risk. Look at this, going backwards and taking down Waller just like that. And now was looking for some more punches, but Waller with an incredible counter. Man, I don't know who's going to win this match. This match has been very back and forth since the beginning. Count of three now on Grayson Waller. Now it's Grayson trying to take a chance to the top rope, and he hits a double axe handle there on Jimmy, connecting 100% of his shots from the ropes. That is the top rope. And now Waller with a big shot to Uso, knocking him down, stomping on the arm now. And now stomping on the arm again. And now Waller trying to choke out Jimmy Uso on the floor, right by that metal chain of his. And the submission locked in. You cannot win a match via submission on the outside, but you can inflict pain. But speaking of pain, Jimmy Uso dropping Waller outside on the floor right by the apron. Count of 5, halfway to the count out. The referee telling both men to bring it in. And look at this. Jimmy Uso using the rope to his advantage for that. Count of 6. An Irish whip. Here comes Grayson Waller. And here comes Jimmy Uso. Jimmy now. Look at this. Super kick to the face. And now a super kick to the back of the head. Jimmy, will he go to Money in the Bank? 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Grayson Waller. Jimmy going to the top rope. Look at this. Jimmy Uso. Uso splash. Is that going to be it if Jimmy goes for a pin? And he does. The pin. 1, 2, 3. Jimmy Uso qualifies for Money in the Bank.
Here is your winner, Jimmy Uso.
Great win for Jimmy Uso to qualify for Money in the Bank by defeating Grayson Waller. But guys, let's get down to our next segment here on this episode of WCW Nitro. Announcement for you guys. Next week in the main event, there will be a #1 contenders match for the WCW title. So make sure you are there next week in the main event. Have a good night, guys, and enjoy the rest of the episode. All right, guys, up next here on WCW Nitro, we have tag team action. You guys see the graphic, and look who is coming out first. It is the team of Axiom and Nathan Frazier. It's Fraxiom. And there they are, running down to the ring. Great to see these two back in action.
Is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 336 pounds, Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
Fraxiom, if you guys might recall, we're in the first ever episode of Universe Mode for Nitro this season when they took on the Wwe 6. But this time they have the New Day. So let's see if they get the W here against one of the best tag teams in history. And there is the New Day.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 417 pounds, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day.
Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods trying to prove why they are still and always will be the best tag team in all of Universe Mode. But who will get the win? Will it be Fraxiom or will it be them? Meaning the New Day. Let's get down to the ring, ring the bell, and start this match. All right, the bell has been rung, and look at this. Kofi Kingston flattening Nathan Frazier to start off this match. And now he's working on the legs, trying to isolate those. Kofi now. Nice little maneuver there. Kofi off the ropes. A nice little splash. Going to the apron. And now he's telling, what's his face? He's telling Nathan Frazier to bring it on. You guys know the New Day. They don't care about anybody. They don't care about who's who. That's why I said who am I talking about? But look at Frazier with the moonsault. Incredible. Frazier getting up Kofi once again and now going for a combo of his own. Look at that. Perfectly executed. And guys, Fraxiom is one of the newer tag teams in Universe Mode history. They were not featured at all in 2K22 when we started this great series. They were not featured in 23, and damn sure they weren't featured in 24. So this is their first year. They're going to see what they can do as a team. They do really well together, but speaking of great teamwork, look at this coming. Fraxiom now throwing Kofi up the ropes, and now a assisted back body drop there from both members of Fraxiom. Tag made. Here comes Woods, and Woods with a high knee to Nathan Frazier, and I thought Axiom was the legal man, but I guess I was mistaken. And here we go. Xavier Woods was looking for something there, but a nice dodge from Frazier. Frazier now with a punch of his own, collar and elbow tie up, Irish whip into Fraxiom's corner. Tag made. Here comes Fraxiom going at it again. Axiom with a nice super kick alongside Nathan Frazier. counter there from Woods. Picking him up now. Collar and elbow tie up. Irish whip into the New Day's corner we go. And nice counter there from Axiom. Woods now taking down one half of the newly established team. And now a springboard frog splash there from Xavier Woods. Perfectly executed. And Axiom down to the floor. Tag made. Here comes Kofi again. And Kofi might be looking for something big here. Kofi Kingston. Nope. He's just staring down. If that was Kofi in previous seasons, I know Kofi would be jumping. And Kofi misses that attack. Getting closer to the action now. Strong Irish whip from Axiom into a Spanish fly. Incredible. And now a pin. 1. I'm telling you, Axiom and Nathan Frazier are a team to watch. They are fast-paced, and I could definitely see these two men becoming WCW Tag Team Champions in the future. Definitely before the season ends. And now Axiom telling Kofi to get up. And a springboard dropkick to the back of the head. God damn. Rocking them into next week. We know the current champions are the Street Profits here on WCW Nitro. Pretty Deadly took on them last week for the belt, but they won because of countout. They didn't just win and capture the belts. I don't know what they were thinking, but look at this. Nathan Frazier barely connects, but he connects enough to knock down Kofi, and now a cover. 1. And I guarantee you, whoever wins this match is probably going to be the #1 contenders for the WCW Tag Team titles. And Frazier now a springboard drop kick. Perfect execution there. Kofi with a counter, but Nathan Frazier showing his quickness to an extreme level. Kick to the back of the spine. Now an arm drag to the mat. Flipping Kofi around. Kofi now in trouble. Knee to the face from Frazier. All right, back up to our feet we go. Irish whip. And are we going to see another tag team move here? It looks like we will. And look at this. Fraxiom. I'm telling you, they're so quick. And look at that. Kofi busted open. And now a pin from Axiom and a kick out at 0. That is what's so good about the New Day. These two have been doing it for a minute. They've been tag team wrestling since the beginning of Universe Mode, pretty much this season, or not really this season, but in my Universe Mode history. But here comes Frazier looking to fly, and an assisted shoulder tackle there off the top rope. Now Frazier looking to fly once again, in a frog splash from him into a cover, broken up at a count of 1 from the other half of the New Day, Xavier Woods. Here comes the tag made. Here comes Axiom. Axiom trying to do a running attack there. Kofi not letting that happen. And look at this springboard drop kick from the masked superstar known as Axiom. And now Axiom is telling Kofi to get up. What are we going to see here? Axiom off the springboard, and he does not do anything because Kofi pushes him right down. And now the New Day trying to take it to their pace, and a double stomp there from Kingston. Tag made. Here comes Woods. And look at Xavier Woods. Nice maneuver there from the other half of the New Day. And now going for the mask. And no, he just punches the mask right stab in the middle. Another punch to the mask in the face of Axiom. And now look at the strength of Xavier Woods plummeting down Axiom. I thought we were going to see a tag there, but Xavier Woods inflicting more pain. But look at this. Xavier Woods in the corner saying New Day. And a Spanish fly once again. Great counter there from Axiom. And I'm telling you guys, Fraxiom is a must-watch. Fraxiom is must-watch television. Second rope goes Woods. Double axe handle to the face of Axiom. Right onto that mask once again. Xavier, top rope, tight roping, elbow drop into a cover. 1. Ooh, broken up at 1.5 from Nathan Frazier. Now look at Xavier telling Axiom to get up. And a springboard drop kick to the face. Xavier Woods saying he knows it all. Scouted textbook. Collar elbow tie up. Woods now looking for something, but it gets countered. Look at these shots from Axiom. Collar elbow tie up. Irish whip into the corner of Nathan Frazier. Tag made. Here comes Frazier. And now a big shot right to the gut of Woods. In the New Day, they're in trouble. Because look at this. Nathan Frazier with a big punch there. And this might be the end. Frazier. Oh my God. Nathan Frazier looking for a superplex into a... Oh, I thought it was going to be a Falcon Arrow. But that was like a Falcon Arrow neckbreaker type move there. Count of 2. My apologies for the camera there. But it was broken up because of Kofi Kingston, and Fraxiom is not done. Diving elbow drop to Woods. And now Frazier going for the legs, flipping Kofi, or Woods around, excuse me. And now an elbow to the thigh. Frazier going into the corner of the New Day. Kick to the chest. Arm elbow tie up. Irish whip. Tag made. Here comes another tag team maneuver from Fraxiom. And look, I'm telling you, these guys are so damn quick. Must watch TV. Cover. That might be it. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Woods. And Axiom getting the crowd on their feet. But he doesn't realize the tag was made. Oh, wait, maybe he did. Here comes Kofi. And Axiom just plummeted him to the ground. Little standing moonsault there to perfection. And Axiom changed his look there, changed his target to go down and take down Xavier Woods. And look at the bloodied Kofi Kingston taunting in the center of the ring. And Axiom, that was a mistake. The New Day love to excel outside the ring. Now the count is broken. We are starting again at 1 ever since Kofi decided to go outside to the floor. Count of 2 now. Collar elbow tie up. Irish whip. Oh, no. Look at this. Kofi Kingston. Trouble in paradise there. Oh, no, I think that's the SOS. Never mind. Excuse me. Now here comes a tag team move to Axiom on the floor. And are the New Day going to win like this? Are they going to win all outside on the floor? How pitiful would that be? And it looks like it might happen. Oh, wait, we might be screwed. We might have a draw. And the move took too long, guys. It is a draw. Wow, what a match. Next week on WCW NITRO, I make my first appearance this season in the ring. And guys, I will be in action in a qualifying match for Money in the Bank. So make sure you watch next week because Little Miss Bliss will qualify for Money in the Bank. That's all I got. I'll see you next week. Toodles. Here comes Dakota Kai. And guys, it's another Money in the Bank qualifying match, but it's for the women this time. Great to see King Kota here on WCW.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Auckland, New Zealand, Dakota Kai.
You guys can see the graphic on the screen. Dakota Kai is taking on Tatum Paxley of the Judgment Day, who will be moving on to Money in the Bank in a couple weeks. Will it be that woman, Dakota Kai, or will it be Tatum Paxley, which we are seeing in a few short seconds? And there is Tatum Paxley, and look who is with her at ringside. It's that man, Dirty Dominic Mysterio. But there she is.
By Dominic Mysterio, representing the Judgment Day from Dallas, Texas, Tatum Paxley.
All right, will Tatum Paxley defeat Dakota Kai to go to Money in the Bank in a couple weeks? She has Dom Mysterio at her side, so who knows what the Judgment Day has planned before this match. But I think it's time we start this match. Let's go down to the ring and start it up. All right, here we go. And look at Dakota Kai starting off with a running dropkick, and Dominic Mysterio did not like that. And Kai going from the back to start it off in the chain wrestling battle of this match. And now Tatum Paxley with the counter. She's going for herself now. And is she going to win the best of the exchange? She does not. If you guys are wondering how Tatum Paxley joined the Judgment Day, well, I got the answer for you. So it all came down to the 2K24 season, about the Royal Rumble-ish time, where we saw Rhea Ripley pretty much get replaced in the Judgment Day. We saw a little tension there where she was Zelina Vega, a former superstar of ours, like shake her hand backstage and talk to her. But at the Royal Rumble in WWE 2K24, the Royal Rumble started off with Rhea Ripley number 1, and then number 2 was Tatum Paxley. And then we heard for the first time representing the Judgment Day for Paxley. So that's how it happened. And then the Judgment Day has been very successful in Universe Mode history, honestly. Whether that was that team, which was the current team we see today, which is Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, Tatum Paxley, and now JD McDonough. But it was also successful when it was Dom, Finn, Rhea, and Damian Priest. So it has been very successful throughout Universe Mode history. But going back to this match, look at Dakota Kai in trouble. Paxley with a running attack there. And look at this. I have never seen that, but it was incredible. Tatum Paxley taking down Kai. And look at this. Dirty Dom playing dirty, throwing that baseball bat in. And it looks like the ref saw it. And she did. She throws it outside the ring. We do not want any cheap DQs here. And now Paxley looking for a springboard dropkick to the face of Kai. And now, oh, look at Dom. Oh, God. Dom was trying to get involved there, but it might have cost Tatum Paxley because now Dakota Kai has the advantage. And it looks like Dom set a little bit of a screen there, but I don't know. Dom can't believe it. Dom's scared. Dude, if Dom was in the ring with Dakota Kai, I think Dom would lose, honestly. Oh, trying to get in her face now. Dom, I see you, Dom. Go crazy. And look at this suicide dive right in the face of Mysterio. Dom just saw that happen right by our announcer's desk as well. Dude, Dom's face, so funny. He's just so many facial expressions. He cannot handle this. And now Kai. Ooh. Look at this. Dom doesn't like it. Look at Dom. Count of 5 now. In a count of 6. Oh. Are we going in the ring? Oh, here we go. We're going back in the ring now. At a count of 7. We're finally back. Dakota Kai going to the top rope. And then pointing her fingers, pointing the guns to Paxley. And Paxley goes down. And Dakota Kai might be going to Money into the Bank, or going to Money in the Bank sooner than expected. Nice little splash there. And now with some kicks in the corner. And now look at Kai. Ooh, big boot to the face. Cover. Oh, I was expecting a count, but Dom Mysterio is messing with the referee. Should have saw that coming. I told you there was going to be some shenanigans. I was expecting to count to 1, but never mind. And a nice takedown there from Pax. And now Dakota Kai going for an Irish whip. Off the ropes we go, and look at this. Incredible chest kick from Dakota. Stomp to the face now. Rope break, breaking up that submission. And I don't know if the crowd's cheering because it was a rope break or they were just a fan of the Judgment Day, because that got a big reaction. And Dakota Kai getting some cheers now as we speak about cheers. Collar and elbow tie up again. A little drag action here. And Dom now bickering with the crowd, and down goes Paxley right by Mysterio. Collar and elbow tie up. Irish whip back in the ring we go. Back and forth from Kai. And look at this. Mysterio trying to grab Dakota Kai and do something there. But a second rope splash to the back from Kai. Is that it? 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Tatum Paxley showing life. And now Kai. This match might be over soon. Dakota Kai kick to the face. That's the finishing maneuver. It might be over. 1, 2, 3. Dakota Kai qualifies.
Here is your winner, Dakota Kai.
Great win for Dakota Kai to qualify for Money in the Bank. Mr. Megastar, I want you to listen to me. You might have had the best of me a couple weeks back at WCW Starrcade, but I'm challenging you to a main event match. Randy Orton versus LA Knight 2. You're not going to beat me because I'm going to hit you with the most dangerous letters in all of pro wrestling. RKO. And it's going to be out of nowhere. I'm going to hit you when you least expect it. So, Knight, what do you say? If you're not a pussy, stand up to my challenge here in the main event. Ace Army, it is finally time for the main event of WCW NITRO in Cleveland, Ohio. Here comes the man we just heard from not too long ago, the Viper, Randy Orton.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 295 pounds, the Vipers, Randy Orton.
We just heard from Randy Orton a few short seconds ago backstage saying he wants LA Knight one-on-one after losing to him at the WCW Starrcade pay-per-view not too long ago, a couple weeks back. But will Randy Orton knock off LA Knight and make their series, I guess you could say, 1-1 here in the home of the Cleveland Browns, Cleveland Cavaliers? We'll see what happens between LA Knight and Randy Orton. But now, let's see the megastar. Yeah, there is LA Knight.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds, LA Knight.
Yeah, all right, guys. LA Knight, Randy Orton, happening in Cleveland, Ohio. The main event of Universe Mode, episode number 13. Who will walk out as the winner? Will it be that man, LA Knight? Or will it be the man we just saw in Randy Orton? All right, guys, let's get this match started. Randy Orton extending the hand after a challenging Knight. And now, oh my God, that's a sucker punch right to the face of the mega star. What a cheap shot that was from Orton. And guys, ring the bell. It is time to start. Orton versus LA Knight for the second time in Universe Mode this season. Like I mentioned earlier, the first time these two men clashed was at WCW Starrcade a couple weeks ago. But they want to go at it once again. And Randy, not liking these boos, but might be looking for an RKO here possibly. And no, he does not. This is the first time I believe we've seen Randy Orton as a true heel in Universe Mode history. I could be wrong, but LA Knight looking for a stomp. Does not do anything there. Orton going from the back, taking down LA Knight. I can't believe Randy Orton called out LA Knight, offered to shake his hand before the match, and then just sucker punched him in the face. I mean, I guess that's what the Apex Predator does. And now look at him. Randy stomping on the hand, trying to break it in into a bunch of different pieces. And now slamming the face in the back of the neck of Knight into the canvas. Getting him up. Counter from LA. LA on the offense now, and now LA Knight saying, I'm going to do it to you. I'm going to throw your neck into the mat. How do you like it? And now look at Knight trying to play mind games with Orton, and Orton eats a knee to the face in a lariat, or and a lariat, excuse me. Knight looking to fly possibly here. Knight looking for a springboard. Springboard drop kick there from LA Knight. Yeah. Knight now with a beautiful combo, and look at the strength of this man taking down Orton. Cover from LA Knight, and LA Knight using the ropes now. The ref sees it right as well, or right away, not letting LA Knight get a cheap victory over the Apex Predator, or the Viper, whatever you want to call him, the man of many names. But there's one name you can't call him, is future Hall of Famer, because Randy is definitely one of the best that we've ever seen here in history. Randy's a former two-time WCW champion back in 2K24, and now, or I think one time in 2K24, excuse me. Maybe soon to be WCW champion, period. We'll see how this season goes for the Apex Predator, and if we'll have anyone challenging Seth Rollins soon, because I know for damn sure, if you guys listened earlier on in the episode, we saw JBL, the Nitro GM, the WCW Nitro GM, make the announcement that next week in the main event, we will be having a #1 contenders match for Seth Rollins' WCW Championship at next week's episode. And the winner of that will be challenging Seth to a match at Money in the Bank. So we'll have to see what happens. Money in the Bank is a historic pay-per-view in my universe mode. That is where the Second City Saint CM Punk made his return to universe mode after being absent since 2K22 in the 2K24 season. If you missed that, check it out. It was a great pay-per-view. And actually, Randy Orton was featured in the main event of that match, if you guys might recall, if you're an OG. But Randy Orton did take on AJ Styles for the WCW Championship. So there's a lot of history there between Randy Orton at the pay-per-view and CM Punk there. But now we know CM Punk is at Friday Night SmackDown. We see him on Friday nights. And speaking of that, I guarantee you we'll see him this Friday. So we'll see what the foreseeable future looks like for these two men in Randy Orton and LA Knight. Going back to these two in Knight. Nice maneuver there. Count of 8. LA Knight breaking the count. Count of 9. Is Randy gonna break it? LA Knight looks like he might have this match in the bag. And never mind, with the camera cut, I did not get to see Randy Orton get in the ring at a count of 9.5. It was neck and neck. And look at LA Knight. Nice shoulder tackle there through the ropes. Knee to the back from the Megastar. And LA Knight looking for another springboard here. What's he looking for? Knight, another springboard drop kick to the Viper. This match right now has been all LA Knight, and that's looking good for the Megastar. LA Knight telling Randy Orton to bring it on. Kicking him in the chest, and now a drop kick. And Randy's down once again. Ready? LA Knight. Bam! And an elbow. I was not doing the yeah because I think you guys were doing it with me. And now Knight looking for the blood force trauma, trying to beat Orton 2 times in a row. He might have him. 1, 2. Kick out at 2 from Randy Orton. Randy Orton not letting Knight get the win that easily. And what a boot to the face from LA Knight. Knight. Look at this going underneath. And now a leapfrog there from the Megastar. Orton finally getting some offense. Go for a quick roll up there. Rope break. And now trying to get up via the ropes. Nice counter there from Knight. LA Knight with a shot. And look at this. Both men trading blows here in the main event of WCW Nitro. The main event of Universe Mode episode number 13 here in the 2K25 season. Who will get the best of this exchange? It might be a hockey fight, and I was right. Hockey fight between these two stars. And this is professional wrestling at its finest. And Orton, oh, this is vintage Orton. Orton, look at him now. Apron, D, D, T. And Orton might have Knight right where he wants him. Right in his possession. Orton stalking his prey, looking for the RKO. The 3 most dangerous letters in all of WCW has been landed, executed, and Orton might have... Oh, no, he doesn't. He does not defeat Knight. Knight is busted open, and Orton might be looking for a second RKO here. Look at this. Second RKO from Orton. 2 RKOs back to back. LA Knight might be cooked. And Randy Orton wins.
Your winner, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Well, that makes the series 1-1, Randy Orton and LA Knight. But guys, I have a special video for you guys coming Wednesday, and I have another Universe Mode video coming Friday. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, join the Ace Army, and have a great night. Take care, everybody.